This is a fight for Biafra. Says stop asking Buhari for peanuts. BNL to Niger Delta are vengeance. Biafra Nations League (BNL) has told a militant group, Niger Delta Avengers, to join the fight for the creation of Biafra instead of asking Buhari administration for amnesty and peanuts. BNL suggested that the recent threats to resume hostilities in the Niger Delta by the militant group was to get the federal government's attention for peanuts. The secessionist group said it was far benefiting to fight for freedom and resource control instead of asking for settlements. Niger Delta Avengers, a militant group which wreaked havoc on the region during President Muhammadu Buhari's first tenure, had on Saturday announced its return. The group relatively crippled Nigeria's economy between 2016 and 2018 by attacking oil facilities in the region, which plunged the nation into recession. The militant group said it had launched Operation Humble, aiming at crippling the economy as it did in the past. But in a statement signed by its head of operations, Henry Edet, the BNL said that the most Niger Deltans now see militancy as an opportunity to get favor from the federal government. The BNL said that its member will not abandon Biafra to be asking for peanuts, insisting that the struggle for the state of Biafra cannot be exchanged for anything. According to the group, it had persuaded another militant group, the Bakassi Strike Force, to shun their activities in 2016 after some Niger Delta elders made moves to meet Buhari. We advised the Bakassi militant as at then to publicly define their struggle, different from Niger Delta militant struggle when we noticed that some elders were trying to hijack it for political reasons. BNL recalled how some Niger Delta elders, especially those in Rivers State and Bayelsa State led by Ijaw leader Edwin Clark, hijacked the Niger Delta cause to seek oil wells in Abuja, which after they were promised by the federal government, the Avengers surrendered. They also said that the Bakassi Strike Force later laid down their arms after stakeholders from Cross River State pleaded for calm, adding that the issue of resettling the displaced people has not been addressed. They advised Niger Delta youth to stop playing ethnic politics and join the fight for Biafra Republic, adding that resource control under Nigeria will not be possible. Well, everybody with their opinion. Well, according to the BNL, which is the Biafra agitation, you people are agitating for freedom or referendum, which is none of the Niger Delta Deltans business. They have been in the business of militancy quite alright, right from Yaradua's regime, but they were given amnesty, and since then militancy stopped. So, but why is BNL now, inviting? Maybe just because Biafra, we invited the Niger Delta to support them in the struggle of secession, and the Niger Delta people said they are not interested in the Biafra struggle. Meanwhile, they are comfortable and conveniently, pushing forward for their own land, which is the oil land, Bayelsa, Niger Delta, Cross Rivers Delta, Edo, and the likes of them like that. So they are their own aim is to get their own oil well, and not minding what Biafra is all about, because they believe that the struggle for Biafra may not be attained, or there won't be succession, because it won't be easy for them to get Biafra, and Niger Delta does not want to go under any sort of group or secessionist, because those that are secessing, they are self-determinant, is to their own favor. Well, I believe Niger Delta is standing on its own, and meanwhile they have advised the Bakassi militant as at then to publicly define their struggle. Well, maybe it's different from Niger Delta militant struggle when they noticed that some elders were trying to hijack it for political reason. Even the Biafra they are calling for, at the long run there will be political dicey in it, because the Biafra mass-up has been on ground even before the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Nnamdi Kanu. So I believe there will be politics, because in every 12 disciples there is always a Judah. That's what I believe. So many Nigerians have been reacting, and they also said that the Bakassi strike force was later laid down, and also laid down their arms after stakeholders from Cross River State pleaded for calm, adding that the issue of resetting the displaced people has not been addressed. Well, amnesty has been given to the Niger Delta militants, by the previous administration, which is the Yaradua's administration, and since then they have not caused chaos. But the BNL now is of the opinion that the Niger Delta militants are now resurfacing. They are now back on track just to destabilize the government of Buhari, which I believe is not true. They now advise the Niger Delta youth to stop playing ethnic politics and join the fight for Biafra Republic. And they added that the resource control under Nigeria will not be possible. Well, we have been as a country for the past 60 years, though the country may not have gained its stand all this while, or just maybe because we are not yet to be independent. We should still be dependent on the colonial master. But in a nutshell, Nigeria is a great country if it's well managed by leaders. Those that have been there are still the ones there. They tell us the youth or the children were the leaders of tomorrow. Meanwhile, they that told us that we're the leaders of tomorrow are still the ones leading. How will the Nigeria land, or how will the Nigerian government or Nigerian as a nation progress? Because we are living backward, and Buhari is not even making things easy for the Nigerians. That's why the agitation is being intense. Even the Buhari himself is tired of his own personal administration. But some people are of the opinion that it's not Buhari that is on the throne, that the Buhari is dead physically, and they are trying to cover up just to make sure this tenure, because the northern agenda is very, very strong. They believe that since the PDP has ruled for 16 years, they have acquired enough wealth through the administration of PDP. So the APC now came, and the northern also hijacked the administration from APC and hijacked it from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is why Buhari is ruling the way he's ruling, with autocracy, with nepotism, and genocidal way of leading. So what BNL is saying now is for Niger Delta to support them in their agitations for a sovereign Biafra country. Well, I would like you to share your comments towards this, and let's deliberate more. Thanks for listening, and God bless.